What's up, everyone? It's Wacka. Welcome you to week 3 of SPS Lugia Season 10. This week we're up against Aaron, who has a pretty scary team consisting of Meowscarada, Landorus, Therian, Mega Floette, Heatran, Almamola, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Cyclizar, Gengar, Eldegoss, and Knucklestack. So kind of a really offensive team, but pretty defensive at the same time. Um, all of his mons are very bulky, like Lando and Intimidate Lando, which covers pretty well for like Heatran. Um, and his top two mons pivot around very easily, especially with like Aloe and like Urshifu. And I believe Floa gets like Baton Pass. So on my side, I'm like, okay, so how do I not like instantly lose to Mega Floette? Because in Pokemon Champions, I have actually lost to Mega Floette with Delphox. Um, Once it gets up like a Calm Mind, if it's like a Fizz-Def one and I'm not like Psyshock, Draining Kiss just kind of like two or three shots me. So um, I decided that I have to bring Tinkaton to this game. Which is not the worst thing in the world because Tinkaton kind of offensively matches up pretty well here. Gigaton Hammer would knock out the Floette. I get Ice Hammer coverage for Lando. I get Wood Hammer for Aloe if I want to run Wood Hammer. But I also get Bulldoze for Heatran and like knockoff. Actually, probably. Well, we'll talk about that later. And it has own tempo, so I don't get Intimidate dropped by Lando. So yeah, Tinkaton was the first mon on my pace, which is fine because I have yet to actually use Tinkaton this season. Other mons I've yet to use Sneasler, which is the next mon I thought of, which is kind of interesting to me that it was like the next mon on my pace, but it dual resists Meow's stabs. I can like Poison Touch the Landorus, and I outspeed Floette. I kill Heatran. Aloe doesn't really like Dire Claw too much unless it's cloaked, but if it's cloaked, then it's not going to be AV for Delphox. I outspeed like Shifu. I outspeed Gengar. Cyclizar doesn't threaten me like too much. Eldegoss doesn't really threaten me too much, and neither does Knucklestack. So Sneasler is like a pretty safe bring to this game. Like once Lando goes down, like Sneasler just kind of goes in. But I guess the problem is I have to kill Landorus first. But yeah, and then I have Palafin, which is pretty, I think, bulky, but still like Adamant Max attack, running the same set I ran week 2, which was Jet Punch, Drain Punch, Taunt Bulk Up. I figured Taunt Bulk Up was just my best way around like Aloe, like Wish stalling me. So I had that, and I had Taunt, and I had Bulk Up so that I could Drain Punch more to get my health back. Except instead of leftovers, I'm running Rindo Berries so I can stay in on Meowscarada and Drain Punch it, because a +1 Drain Punch into +1 Jet Punch will KO Meowscarada, and I won't lose my Palafin, and I'll get some health back, and all that, instead of getting just like straight up O-Code by it. I actually don't think Flower Trick straight up O-Codes Palafin, but it's pretty close. And I figured if he gets up rocks, then I don't want to fuck with it. And speaking of rocks, I really struggled this game to pick between if I wanted to bring Togekiss or if I want to bring Serena. I think both of them really have their issues in this matchup, but I end up going with Serena, which means Togekiss stays on the bench for yet another week. Although I would have brought it week 1, to be fair, so technically all of my mons except Aurorus like could have gone off the bench at this point. But yeah, I opted to bring Serena. I'm just running 4 moves. Not Flower Trick, Trop Kick, Low Kick, Triple Axle, and Rapid Spin. I had to think about my set for a second. And that was I just wanted to run removal because he could have been like Spikes Meow or like T-Spikes Meow, Spikes Meow, and then like Rocks, Heatran, and Landorus, and I just I didn't want to deal with that in the long run because a lot of my shit needs to be at like full health to be able to take hits, such as my Bellibolt, which is running Parabolic Charge, Volt Switch, Toxic, and Slack Off. So I'm running Parabolic Charge because I'm facing an Aloe and an Urshifu, and while he might run like Mirror Coat Aloe for Delphox, um, excuse me, I figured it probably wouldn't kill me, and then I can slack off, but I'm most likely trying to click Toxic on the Aloe anyways, and I'm not expecting Gengar to come, and I'm not really that scared of Heatran coming in on me. So Bellibolt actually seems like the best Mon in this matchup, because Delphox, my last bring, unfortunately does not look that good, but I kind of have to bring it because it's a ground immunity, and I figured if I was gonna pick between Delphox and Togekiss, I was gonna pick Delphox, mostly because, excuse me, I have Scorching Sands for Heatran, and because its speed tier is good. I outspeed the Floette, and I outspeed Gengar. Well, I mean, most of the team outspeeds Eldegoss, but like outspeeding Eldegoss is good too if he brings it. So those should be the 6 Pokemon I'm bringing. Now, to get onto the replay, you'll see that Aaron has brought, why is it not? I keep clicking the wrong button. I just want to like center it a little bit better. That's better. You can see Tinkaton's hammer in the sprite a little bit better. So he brings Meowscarada, Landorus, Therian, Aloe, Heatran, Urshifu, it's Rapid Strike, and then Eldegoss. So I see Eldegoss here, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is Eldegoss for? Because I know that Eldegoss really isn't the tankiest mon in the world, but I figured after I looked back at my team, I was like, oh, it's definitely like his Palafin answer, because I thought Palafin with like my set kind of went off, but I'm like kind of curious like how much it can really eat. So yeah, he leads with Meow, I lead with Sneasler because I figured Sneasler is a pretty safe lead. I can just kind of U-turn on everything, and I can try to get a Poison Touch if possible. I see that he's leftovers Landorus, so he's not even like, he's not even Rocky Helmet, which is why I ran Protective Pads. He's gonna U-turn out into Heatran. I'm gonna triple Axle. It does like no damage because it's 4 times resisted and non-stab. So I'm just gonna low kick the Heatran for some chip, and he's gonna knock me out. I figured I'd just do that because I didn't really want to deal with, I didn't want to bring in Palafin like too early, but having Palafin well, I mean, I ended up bringing in Palafin anyways, but I figured that it would probably just be for the best if I let Serena go down because it's slower than like pretty much everything. I'm not running Synthesis, so like the only thing I could really deal with is Aloe, and if I switch in on Aloe, he's just gonna flip turn into like Meow and get more momentum anyways. So I'm gonna bring in the Palafin. I threaten to KO, so I'm gonna bulk up, and then I'm gonna taunt the Eldegoss. Let's see, Giga Drains. He ends up getting a crit. That's 31%, which is okay. And I just have to say, every time I run a fucking berry, I always get crit through the berry. And then usually, like, it's for a mon that's a lot stronger than Eldegoss, but like, I always die to the crit. So this is like the first time I didn't end up dying to the fucking crit. But I ended up doing like no damage, and in fact, like, Eldegoss just did a lot more to me, and I did basically nothing to it. So I'm gonna switch into my Tinkaton. And I'm gonna show him that I'm own tempo. I knock off the Lando's leftovers, and then at this point I Ice Hammer. Just trying to get some chip because I'm like, well, I don't have Delphox Mega Evolved, and Palafin's gonna die if I bring it in. Everything else on my team is really weak to ground, so I'm like, oh shit, maybe I really should have brought Togekiss to this game so he couldn't just spam Earthquake, but it's fine. So I end up letting Tinkaton die, but it shows me that he's like very Fizdef Lando, which I should have known from the Sneasler U-turn, but I was kind of stupid. But I'm like, this is my opportunity. I have to like bring in Delphox and get my Levitate ability so I can like kind of eat an Earthquake. So he's gonna try mirror coating me. I wasn't gonna fall for it though because I knew it would be like AV Aloe. Because AV Aloe is like the best answer to Delphox. Otherwise, Delphox just kind of like runs through his team. I guess it doesn't really run through Meow if he's Scarf Meow, but I figured he'd probably be Scarf Meow. So I'm gonna get a Toxic off on Bellibolt. Or with Bellibolt on the Eldegoss as he Sleep Powders. He misses Sleep Powder. I Volt Switch into Delphox, and he's gonna go into Aloe, and I'm just gonna click Flamethrower just to scout what the Aloe really is. And yeah, it does look pretty just Fizz Death. So he's gonna Flip Turn. He's gonna see that I'm Rocky Helmet. Lando's gonna come in, and at this point, I'm just gonna go hard Delphox as he Toxics me. I figured that would be fine because I wasn't expecting him to like hard knock off or anything. But he knocks off my Bellibolt. As I try to Toxic it, he ends up getting paralyzed, which kind of sucks for both of us in a way. I would have rather had Aloe poisoned, but after seeing like how much he's been getting paralyzed, I'm like, that kind of sucks. He's gonna Flip Turn. Lando's gonna come in, Intim me. I can U-turn into Palafin. He's gonna EQ and knock me out. I'm gonna bring my Delphox. So he goes Aloe. And I Nasty Plot again. I don't really know why I Nasty Plotted. Oh, I clicked Psychic Noise here. 44% isn't like too bad. He gets a Flip Turn off, crit Flip Turn, which kind of sucks for me, but I mean, Meowscarada is just gonna kill me regardless, so I don't really think that crit matters. I guess it made me like feel like I felt like sacking Delphox, because I basically have to sack Bellibolt or Sneasler to get in Delphox for an extra turn, and I'm like, nah, it's not really worth it. Because I think at this point, if I can like get rid of this Landorus, I think I can just kind of win with Bellibolt, like, in a way. So we're gonna try it. I end up crit Dire Clawing him, which really sucks for him, because he ends up dying, but I think because I got the poison as well, like, maybe it didn't matter, like, too much, but, I also don't know why I didn't U-turn there, because I'm pretty sure I had U-turn, but maybe I was just scared of Scarf. I didn't want to, like, lose to Scarf. Bellibolt does live the hit, and he gets paralyzed. Parabolic Charge is going to heal me up a little bit. And I can Parabolic Charge again. The para really sucked for him there, because he could have just done that, and if he had Aqua Jet, like, it was kind of over for me. Because all he had to really do is, like, U-turn with Meow a couple times, because he's faster than me. And I would have had to get, like, pretty lucky on the Aloe with Sneasler that, like, he stays paralyzed. Eldegoss is pretty much dead to Sneasler, but Meow and Aloe can be, like, kind of hellish for me to break through, probably. But I'm going to be able to slack off, and at this point, yeah, I just kind of win because he can't break through Bellibolt. And I'm trying to end this game as fast as I can, because I'm like, well, I don't really want to, like, lose another Mon, but I might as well try to, like, end the game, like, as fast as possible. So he's going to Flip Turn, bring in Eldegoss, and I believe he misses Sleep Powder again, which is really crazy, actually. I'm going to bring in Sneasler, which will kill the Eldegoss with Dire Claw. Meow's going to come in. I figured he'd probably try... yeah, he's going to triple Axle, which doesn't do that much because Bellibolt is fucking insane. But this is, like, why I wanted to draft Bellibolt, because this Mon just, like, once you get rid of a ground type, like, a lot of physical attackers just, like, can't beat it. Because of, like, Static or Electromorphosis, Parabolic Charge. I think I've brought Bellibolt to every game this season. I would have brought it week 1, too, if I played. But we end up getting a good showing for Bellibolt and Sneasler here. Tinkaton did quite a bit of chip to the Landorus, so I can get to this point. So Tinkaton had its place in this game. Delphox got some good chip on... well, Delphox didn't really do too much because Aloe just kind of walled it, but it did kill Heatran, which was nice. And then Palafin kind of showed me like the Eldegoss set, because the Eldegoss was like surprisingly annoying. And then Serena got some good chip on the Heatran. So all in all, I guess like the team kind of did something, but I really lucked out on this one with the Bellibolt and the Sneasler, especially the Sneasler getting like some good hacks there. I think I got like 2 Dire Claw crits. Not well, yeah, the one of well, considering I crit the Aloe into full para, I guess the second to last one or the last one didn't matter, but I guess it kind of sucks though when you keep getting crit over and over again. Um, but yeah, that was just unlucky. But I guess that's what happens when you fucking draft Sneaslers. You just fucking hacks everybody. And I didn't get the hacks on Landorus at first. I think I had like U-turn on him like twice, but it's whatever. Aaron, I think, prepped a lot better than I did. With the Eldegoss. And I mean, the Aloe is very, like, telegraphed and prepped. I was like, oh, it's gonna be, like, Assault this, and there's not much I can really do about it. But, he played it very well. He played the Urshifu pretty well. I figured it'd be, like, SD. The Heatran, he played pretty well, and I think the Meow, he played really well. Meow was just really tough for me in prep. Other than, like, punishing it with Bellibolt or, like, Tinkaton, because it can't really do much to, like, Tinkaton, but yeah, the Urshifu getting full paired at the end really sucked for him, because for some reason I was like, oh, I'm just gonna kill him with Parabolic Charge, but no, he clicked Surging Strikes, not Close Combat. I'm like, oh, like it didn't really occur to me that he could just click Surging Strikes and not lose defense. So I got bailed there, but I also kind of threw away like other mons on my team, so yeah. Anyways, next week, who are we facing next week? Let's see. Let's see who we face next week. Schedule. Where am I? I face DJ Coldcut, who's got... Oh, he's got the Mega Lopunny team. So we're facing Mega Lopunny, Golden Go, Primarina, Gliscor, Latios, Arcanine, Weavile, Garganacl, Rotom-Mow, and Ariados. So he's got like... It's like an interesting matchup for the Mega Delphox because Lop is a point faster than me. And like Fake Out U-turn is just really obnoxious for Delphox, but then he also has like Primarina, which is like pretty specially defensive. Latios that walls dual stab. So there's quite a bit going on with this matchup. But yeah, we will be playing that next week, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.